Okay, hello once again, everybody. Welcome to today's second and final live stream of today, Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're going to start off in the Stearman 75, and this is essentially our flight plan for our first flight. Give me just a second here. All right, so this is our first flight, and then we're going to head over into the F-15 and make up for what happened yesterday. We're still going to do our flight around Death Valley, and then we're going to take a couple quick runs down the Las Vegas Boulevard, and then we'll call in for landing over at Nellis Air Force Base. All right, so let's get in here, get our weather set up, and so let's have a nice relaxing flight. Yeah, we don't want all that. We don't want all those clouds and whatnot. Let's get rid of that. There we go. All right, we are all set. There's our plane. Away we go. There we are. Away we go. Do a crusty salute to the airfield there. Thank you for hosting us today. Well, that doesn't look right. I don't know what to expect for us to see here as we fly over parts of the rainforest. You know, certainly this is a very large, looks like there's a bit of industrial stuff, and as well as this is where a lot of people live. I'm not sure really what we're going to see per se. But we're just going to have a nice hello, Werfon. Welcome. But we'll just have this nice flight anyway. There we are. Now I was thinking about trying to do a flight over the, you know, follow the river, but that is a long flight. So yeah, that's a bit too much to do. You know, certainly in a plane, you know, like this, that we can have a nice slow flight to kind of take in the sights and everything. So contact 4 miles west of Manaus, 2,500 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain on navigation. Cleared through the Charlie airspace, Old Crow 237. Oh, I just saw, there's our shadow there on the water. I thought there was a bug on my TV screen. So yeah, this shouldn't take too long to do. I just tried to find some, you know, at least a bit of the river and then part of the rainforest itself, you know, what there is of it. And then we'll do the flight in the F-15 and we'll call it a day. We'll be back tomorrow, 6:30 in the morning. We'll be in the 747 going from Miami to Mexico City. And then Tuesday, we are in the A320 going from Denpasar to Kuala Lumpur. And then Wednesday, we'll be in the 747. Now, Tuesdays we should be on track for that one on time. Wednesday we might have to do it might be a bit of a later flight because I have an early morning appointment on Wednesday. Thursday we may get started early going from Paris to Lisbon. Friday we are going to be in the Embraer 110 over Hawaii. Saturday, Spitfire. Sunday, we'll be doing a flying tour of Hawaii in the Stearman 75. Okay, so it's the Stearman 75. Okay, Arsenal Kung, the noob. If you look in the description of the video, it'll tell you what planes I'm flying. This is the Stearman 75. I can assure you this does not look like the F-15. Two different planes, but we're flying two different planes today. The A319, I do not have access to that on the Xbox. Okay, I don't have the same aircraft that is on the PC version of the sim. Okay, so I can drive an A320. I don't believe there's an A319, so I don't know if you're trying to have a little bit of a joke or what. But that is, I am only limited to what is available to. Well, it is okay. I apologize. I wasn't sure if you were having a joke. But no, we do not have the A319. So I'm only limited in what is available on the Xbox version of Flight Sim. Okay? So the only option I have for the Airbus family is the A320. Okay? So I have my plan for today. That's just how it works. On Sundays I do a scenic flight around an area that is of interest, and then we're done. Okay? But because I wasn't able to do my fun flying yesterday, around Death Valley, and then Las Vegas, we will be in the F-15 today to make up for yesterday's problem. Okay, so it's all in the description. I can assure you, every flight that I do will have the plane, locations, as much as I can do or say to kind of describe what we're going to be doing and the planes that we're going to be flying. Okay. That is a lesson I learned the hard way when I first started doing these videos, so I try to ensure that everybody knows what we are doing. Okay? So if you look at all that information, it's right there. But my month of January is all planned out. We got some really cool places that we're going to fly. I know that a lot of people want to see their parts of the world when I fly, and we will get there. But we will have few requested flights. We're booked up for January already, and so at the end of January, when I'm doing a long flight from New York to Frankfurt, the 747, I will ask for a flight for the 4th of February, not right now. Okay? I feel like I'm going to have to, I've been saying this, I guess I'm going to have to make some kind of a clear video on what we do on this channel, what the expectations are, because it's changed a bit recently. So I hope I have answered your questions. But this is the Stearman 75. As some people like to say, Google is your friend. If you're not sure, if you look in the description, you can Google the names and then kind of look at, yep, there's that plane. May not be this exact color scheme or whatever, but you can get an idea of what the Stearman looks like. There are two different versions. There's the version like what we have here, where the engine is exposed, and then you have one that has a cover over the engine. I prefer this one. I like the livery of it, the colors, the gold and black, with the old crow there on the back part of behind the pilot there. There you go. But Sundays we try to have a nice, relaxing stream. Just enjoy the scenery, that sort of thing. That's the airport we're going to land at eventually. We're going to head to this marker. We're going to hang a right. So basically we're going to fly over that way, and then we're going to come in, land right there. Finally have our first coward of the day. Done. Gone. All right. But we also, on Sundays, we Saturdays and Sundays when we fly, we turn the weather off, so we have just a nice, clear, calm flight. Next Sunday we'll be over Hawaii in this aircraft. We were doing other planes for our flying tours, but this seems to be a fairly popular, fun plane to fly, so we're going to stick with the Stearman 75 for our scenic flights on Sundays. Saturdays we do the Spitfire flights. Yesterday we did the flight over the beaches of Normandy. Try to make it a little bit educational, a bit entertaining. We did do a flight under the Pont de Normandie bridge before we landed at Rouen. Hello, mi amor. How are you? Good morning. Happy to see you here. We're just having a nice flight over the part of the Amazon rainforest, and there's the river. So we're going to land back over there as we're going to turn here shortly. So
going to 129.55 Old Crow 237. Manaus approach Old Crow 237 2,800 feet. Old Crow 237 Manaus approach altitude.
And of course, Mick is nowhere to be seen now. It's one of his daughter's birthday today, so I don't know that he's going to pop in or not. Hopefully he will. Figured Nabella would be here. Yeah. So, nice to see you here, Neil. Very happy to see you here. Yay! The flight has just improved 1,000,000%. Hello, Best Games. It's going very well. Thank you very much. How are you? Just having a nice flight here over part of the Amazon rainforest and the river. And we don't really have a destination today. Okay. If you look in the description of the video, okay, tells you what we're doing right now. Okay. So do have a look at that. It's not so much that we have a destination, we're just having a nice, as the title says, Scenic Sunday. So we're just enjoying the scenery of part of the Amazon rainforest and river. Okay? We don't necessarily have destinations on our flights on Sunday. We just have a nice scenic flight. That's all. Okay? Everything you need to know is in the description of the video. You too. Happy to have you hang out. If you want to stick around, you're more than welcome to. We're just having a nice, relaxing flight. Okay? That's the plan. We don't do a point-to-point. Tomorrow we will be flying from Miami to Mexico City in the 747. I have that all planned out, and even though we don't have the livery, we will be using the Pan Am call sign and a flight number based on an actual Pan Am flight number. I kind of tinker with the numbers so that we don't, we'll use that as a basis for our flight. And our second coward of the day. It's awesome. Hello, Darius. Welcome. Stay true to... Thank you. Good morning. Now, there is... I'm thinking that's like a little village or something right here. There's a marker there. That is not a marker that I put in. So what I did was I created some markers so that we kind of just had a nice, flight over. Okay, yeah, there's the name of the village, I think, or the little city. Tranduba, I think is what it's called. I may be getting that wrong, but that's what it looks like to me. Or Irinduba. I'm sorry, it's Irinduba, not Tran. It's an I. I thought there was a T there. Pardon my bad eyesight. Sometimes these markers or town names, they get kind of mixed up with the background, so it's easy to be incorrect on some of the names sometimes. So apparently if you fly this plane on your own, you have to sit in so there's two cockpits basically. They're both similar. Has the same stuff up there in front of us as we have here, but we have to fly back here when we're by ourselves, unfortunately. So I think it would be a little bit more fun if we were in the second there in front of us. So yeah, I think Mick is going to miss this flight. He's got family related things going on today. So, but I did pass along your greetings to him last night. Just a second here. All right. I know most people kind of find stuff like this to be a bit boring because we're not like really going super fast. I assure you we will be going very fast once we are done with this part of our stream. But it's kind of difficult to have a flying tour, scenic sort of view of different parts of the world if we're in a fast plane. You know, we wouldn't be able to really just kind of sit back and enjoy the scenery. So that's why we picked something a little bit slow so we can enjoy it, not in a rush. I guess it's kind of like when I was a youngster many moons ago, as they like to say. On Sundays, sometimes we would do like a family drive, and hello again, Ambella. How are you? Did you have your breakfast already? How was your breakfast? Are you working on breakfast now? The lovely Doris is here with us now, Ambella, if you'd like to say hello to Doris. She is still watching the stream. Hey, there he is, Mick. You're my favorite person is in the stream today, so if you want to say hello to Doris as well, Mick, there you go. Doris, Mr. Mick is here, if you'd like to say hello to Mick. Doris, you can say hello to Mick and Camilla. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Had a little bit of a hiccup there. The stream data. Aircast is acting up. So she is still here lurking somewhere in the chat. I confirmed that just a moment ago. Probably has me on in the background. Uh-oh. Okay. So, yeah. Hopefully you've gotten the birthday all sorted for Zoe. Extend the happy birthday to her from me. It's Mick, not Nick. No, you know what, Amor? You got that's his weekend name, actually. You got it right. You didn't even know. It's Mick, M-I-C-K, not Nick, N-I-C-K. But that is the name that Mick has picked for his weekend name is Nick. And and you didn't even know. I think Amela gave that to Mick by accident one time in a stream. She called him Nick, or he called him Nick, and then said, and Mick said, "Oh, I guess that's my weekend name now." I didn't do it. Nick did it. Oh boy, that's too funny. All right, let's turn towards our marker there, and then we'll make our way towards airport. So there we go. Mick's weekend name has been confirmed. I am certain he's sitting there in his chair laughing uncontrollably at that one. That is too good. I love it. Yeah, I saw the picture in the Discord, Amela. The Stroop waffles. I figured Mick would have certainly commented on that. I know he's a Stroop waffle fan. Speaking of which, one of the flights that we're going to do, matter of fact, I can tell you which day for sure. It will be nope. So one of the tours we're going to do, we're going to take off from an airport kind of in the Alps. Hello, Reliance, or Real Italian, I'm sorry. Hello, Roberto. Nick replied with caps. Yeah. Oh, did he? I have to look. So we're going to take a flight over in the French Alps. We have a nice, like, short runway. We're going to go downhill, take off, and then we're going to fly that. It'll be kind of like a scenic tour, or maybe just a regular flight. We'll be in the Grand Caravan. Oh, that's okay. No, don't apologize. It's all good, mi amor. It's fine. It's a little inside joke that you didn't know about, but the fact that you well, I appreciate that. Yeah, we've had a lot of people come in from all over the world, so I do appreciate that today. So, welcome everybody. So no, it's like a little inside joke, Doris, that you didn't know, but it's even funnier because you just said it without even knowing about the inside joke. So no, you don't have to apologize. Not at all. It's fine. Mick is not insulted by being called Nick. He likes his weekend name, I think. So it's fine. Yeah, Bella comes up with some very strange names sometimes in the chat, for those who know him. He's called me Rib numerous times. If it's not Rib, it's Ron, and I'm like, wow, you're getting it way wrong. So no, it's perfectly fine. All right, so we are on towards should be our last marker there, I think. our way towards the airport and request landing clearance. Should hopefully be a straight-in landing pattern. If not, we'll do our downwind left or however it's going to work out. Yeah, rib, see? But I think the one that gives Amello the most pleasure is when Chris is in the chat. Cliss, Claude, all kinds of different names. Poor Chris never gets called the correct name. might be sleeping in. I know he was in the GTA stream last night with Nick and Pulse and Predator and Hithers. In fact, I'm surprised we haven't even seen Pulse say hello. Maybe Pulse would have popped in. Oh, that troublemaker. Yeah. He hasn't been in a stream. I think the last one was when we had that flight going in the 777-300ER that we crashed it by accident. Well, yeah, it was just a big old mess, and so, yeah. So there we are. I think, yeah, after this we'll turn towards the airport there and request landing clearance. In fact, we're chugging along here. I'll have to look at that. Oh, there you go. So let's talk about Microsoft Flight Simulator for a moment, because there's been a lot of disappointment, I guess is the best way to say it, regarding the marketplace and the release of new planes on at least a somewhat regular basis. Now, what I found out, if you guys don't know this, so this is a bit of information for those who play the simulator on the Xbox. On Thursdays, that is for third-party developers. That's when the marketplace is updated for the third-party stuff that has been submitted and has been approved by Sogo/Microsoft for release to the marketplace. Okay. From what I've heard, some third-party developers are keen on releasing. Have I ever been to the UK? No. Closest I've been is Shannon, Ireland, and that's only been like a stopover. But I've not been to like London or anything like that. But the closest I've ever been is Shannon, Ireland. Anyway, what was I saying? So on Thursdays, that's when the third-party developer stuff is released. They have encouraged the developers to release their products on both platforms at the same time. So if they release it on the PC, they are encouraged to release it at the same time on the Xbox. Okay. But that is subject to approval. That I think the reason why many third-party developers are just only releasing it on the on the PC side is that they can release it directly from their own website. So it cuts out any money going to, I guess, maybe if there's a cut that Microsoft / Asobo gets. I don't know how much that is, and they didn't kind of talk about that aspect of the marketplace. But if so like we have another like aircraft coming from Asobo sometime in the next month or so. So that is scheduled. That will always be, like when we get a world update, bam, the plane will be released directly to the marketplace on both PC and Xbox. It'll be made available for everyone to purchase, or it'll be sent to your, it'll automatically show up in your hangar, sort of thing. Okay. So I didn't know that, but they assure us, this was the community manager. Hello from Kiev. Oh, hello from America. We're over Brazil, or over the Amazon rainforest. I don't know which country we're over currently, but we're over the Amazon rainforest, basically. So they're not holding anything back. If it's ready to go, they will put it in the marketplace. If there is issues, then it will not be released to the marketplace until those issues are addressed, either by the developer or in conjunction with working with the Xbox labs to try to get to the bottom of why a problem's happening, like what we've had with the DC-6 plane. So yes, that is the way, this is how it's supposed to work. They won't release it if it's not working. They're not going to just put it out. So if everything suggests to them that it's working as intended, then it's going to get released. So yeah, that's the deal. So yeah, that's where we stand on that. So just wanted to share some information that I was given yesterday in the forums, because there's a lot of people who just feel like, there's one person in particular, and I'm not going to say his name, who is convinced that that they are withholding stuff that we've been waiting on, and that there's which, as many people have said, there's no reason why they would keep it out of the marketplace if people have been waiting for things. That just doesn't make any sense. If it works, they want it to get it to us as quickly as possible. So, unfortunately, this person still, despite what the community manager said, is convinced that
Gomez Tower Old Crow 237 is 12 miles northwest, 3,300 feet with Alpha to land.
Old Crow 237 Gomez Tower.
There we go, straight in. I like it.
Fly straight in runway 11 Old Crow 237.
Ooh, boy, our landing pattern is way over. Entry is way over yonder. Okay. Wow, that is it seems like a very long pattern entry. And start slowing down a bit. All right, so the tricky thing about this plane, if you guys have not seen me fly this before, we do not have flaps to help us slow down. We only have the attitude of the aircraft to basically slow us down a bit for landing. So, but we don't want to slow down too much that we stall. That's the tricky part. But yeah, but we don't want to climb either. We just want to try to find that nice balance of keeping the nose up enough to bleed off speed, and then also losing some altitude at the same time. We don't want to climb too high. Yeah, so, but that's good. We have a nice straight in approach. Sorry about that. So yeah, sometimes we'll get a, fly downwind left or fly base left, and then so we have to come in and then kind of do that circle approach into the airport. But every once in a while we have a nice straight in approach. So, and then once we're done here, we'll well, yeah, but what I noticed is if we cut the engines off right here, just kind of glide, this thing's gonna turn into a bit of a brick. If we were much higher in altitude, I'd say we could do it, and maybe we would be okay. But this thing, last time I flew it, we cut the engines off, and I tried to flare, but I think I cut the engines off a little early, and it just went right for the ground. So it's kind of difficult, but I think if we were up about 10,000 feet, maybe we could glide it, but it would be very difficult to maintain control of the plane. So, but I am keen on, there is supposed to be gliders coming soon, so I'm really keen on trying that out, so that we can just it'll be even quieter. We could just try to find those thermal areas and ride those and have some fun with that. So, but yeah, I think maybe if we had flaps, we could actually glide a little bit better. But since the biplanes don't have flaps, we can't really glide in the traditional sense, But yeah, it's. There's only one runway here, so we don't have to worry about thinking that, missing our runway or lining up on the wrong one. There's only one here that's in front of us, so we're good to go there. And as soon as we get on the ground, we'll taxi over to our parking, we'll stop the engine and turn off the batteries and everything, and then we'll make our way over into the F-15. Yep, the moment of truth. That is true. So usually for like this plane and even the Spitfire, I try to find a decent length runway that we can, if we do it just right, we kind of glide over the runways, we bleed off speed, and then we just have a nice touchdown. So that's the plan. due for, oh, I got 12. Said 13 for a second. I just looked over again and it said 12. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out. Appreciate it. Hopefully some of you new folks are subscribing. We try to fly every day of the week as much as my schedule allows. Usually get going at about 6:30 in the morning East Coast time, which is 11:30 UK time. So add hours or subtract hours as needed. Hear the code for the sounds like there's a localizer or something here. I guess if we had a system that had the ability to lock in on the ILS or localizer, we would just be guided in the rest of the way automatically, or as I like to call it, the tractor beam has been engaged and we're being pulled into the Death Star. And then the pull nose. Yeah, it's very. It takes a lot of practice with some of these planes to get everything just right, and that's why I enjoy. That's why I fly the Spitfire on Saturdays. We try to get the landings right. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. So. But yeah, I like it because it kind of gives us practice to keep flying little planes like this, and we can get used to, or we get very comfortable with the automated systems, and that's not always, we don't always want to do that just because we can. So I try to practice stuff like this, so that we have a nice different types of aircraft that we can fly. And alright, there's our runway. So the tricky part is trying to maintain sight of the runway so that we know when we can throttle back and all that. So chat until I'm on the ground. No offense. I'm just trying to concentrate on getting this plane on the ground safely. Alright, so we should be coming over the runway now, just about. Gonna bleed off some altitude here. See, look at that, how it. Oh, that wasn't too bad. There we go. Ta-da! Alright, so looks like our parking spot is over there, so we're just going to kind of taxi down the runway here a little bit. So that's how we do it. Nice, gentle landing. I thought we were going to have a little bit of a bounce, but we didn't, thankfully. So, there we are. So I will look for our taxiway up here a little bit.
Old Crow 237 exit runway when able.
I don't know that we can necessarily cut across the field here. I guess we could. Let's just go ahead and go over there, because that's our parking spot over there.
Old Crow
I guess we'll cut
237
across the grass.
ground on 121.9er.
Or the hard surface here.
121.9er Old Crow 237.
Let's just go ahead and get our...
Gomez ground Old Crow 237 request taxi to parking.
Old Crow 237 taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Bravo.
Ryanair touchdown. I
Taxiing
don't know
to
what that
general
means.
aviation parking using taxiway Bravo Old Crow 237.
Not sure what that means. Taxiways. Oh yeah. Well, I don't know that the taxiways. Oh, thank you, Mick. Are rendered in here correctly. So I guess we could have gone all the way to the end of the runway, but yeah, we'll just cut across here and get to our parking spot so we can end this part of the flight. And then we'll hop over into the F-15, have a bit of fun there. But I do try to follow the taxiways, but, you know, I've not been to this airport before, so I don't really know what to expect. I guess, like I said, I could have gone all the way down to the end of the runway, and then we could have turned in. But for the sake of expediency, we kind of cut the corner there. Yeah, that was a very good landing. Quite happy with that one. That was a nice smooth. Smoother than I expected, to be honest. If I... Oh! Oh! Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you. Well, I've had some rough landings, so I guess I've had a few Ryanair landings myself, but I did not know that. Thank you. I don't know. Stuff like that kind of makes me feel like it's a... Oh, look at that. There's an A320 with the American Airlines logo. Hey, look at that. Isn't that interesting? I don't know. See, if I hear something like that, I immediately think of, well, they're not parked in the correct parking spot. That's for sure. That shows a bit of dissatisfaction from the pilots if they're always having a rough landing. Yeah, there's two more A320s with the American Airlines livery. That terminal, that jetway, does not seem to be connected to the actual terminal. I think there needs to be some work done on this airport. But at least we have a couple of American Airlines A320s here. Yeah, I think that kind of makes it feel like there's a bit of a dissatisfaction from the pilots if they're landing roughly like that. That's not a good sign of their care for the company name and what they represent. There is a fuel stand over there. Gas station right there, I believe. Park right amongst all these other general aviation planes. And we'll get ready to have the gate to hell. Yeah, that seems a bit odd. So I guess this is something that they would have to go back, or if somebody lives in the area, that they can actually go and take photos of the area, and then they can fix the maybe they can fix it and release it as an updated airport. Okay, here we go. Close enough. All right, stop our engine. And oop, where's the battery? Oh, it's over there. There we go. All right. Okay. Pardon me. All right, let's go to the main menu. And what I may do is, I have the subscriber. Thank you for the subscription. Yeah, I just landed. I think you are my new subscriber. All right, so let's do this. We're just gonna pop in here, scroll down. Nope, I gotta scroll up. Yeah, let's go with the E. Zoom out. All right, I'm just gonna spawn in right here on the ramp, and then we're gonna find our, what I'm also gonna do is we're going to just ask for, or we're just going to go ahead and put this as our destination, and then we're going to add in some markers along the way. Our first one should be, yep, right there. Actually, we can put one more right there. And then we're going to put another one right here. And we're going to add another one gotta find it. I think that's the street. Yep. Right. That should be it, I believe. Yeah, that's it. Should be it. on, I'm just going to put another marker right here. Nope, that's not what we want. Okay, never mind. All right, that should be sufficient. All right. Okay, tomorrow, I'll repeat this, and then I'm going to take just a quick break, and then we'll get this flight done. Tomorrow we will be in a 747, going from Miami to Mexico City. Okay, so yeah, you will see a 747 tomorrow, I assure you. All right, give me just a moment. I'm going to go run and get some more water and stretch my legs for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, it happens when you try to make a with waypoints. Sometimes it'll do that, but that's okay. All right, let's get in here and get this going. So we're going to do a cold startup. We're going to change the weather and change the time a little bit so we have some sun, and or at least a bit of a sunrise, because it's only 6 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast. There we go. Perfect. That'll do. All right. Let's minimize that. All right. Let's get this bad boy started up. Batteries. Oops. We'll get all the lights turned on here in a moment. All right, so let's get our make sure our starters are on. All right, there's our nav lights, our formation lights, strobe lights. All right, I'm going to have to zoom in here just a bit so I make sure we have There's our starter engine. There we go. Go ahead and open the, there we go. Okay.
China Lake ground, Old Crow 237 requesting pushback.
Old Crow 237 pushback request accepted.
We don't really need too much of a pushback, quite honestly, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and Alright, there goes the engines are started up. There goes number 1, number 2. Oops. Got the parking brake on. My bad. Alright, we can go ahead and stop it right there.
Old Crow 237 requesting the end of pushback.
Old Crow 237 request to end pushback received.
China Lake ground, Old Crow 237 request taxi to the active departure to the west.
Old Crow 237 taxi to in halt short of runway 21 via taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on
Make sure all of our other lights are on.
Taxiing hold short runway 21 using taxiway Alpha Old Crow 237.
I think they are. Alright, yeah, I think we're all set. Oh, we're just taking off right here. Oh, that's even better. Look at that. We didn't even have to go very far. I like it.
China Lake Tower Old Crow 237 ready at runway 21 west departure.
Old Crow
Okay.
237 altimeter 29er decimal 9er 2 wind 25 8 at tree. Departure to the west approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 21.
Yeah, I don't know that those Cessnas really belong there. I don't think this is a airport. This is a naval weapons testing site. So yeah, I don't really buy that those Cessnas would be there, but maybe some of the pilots who are stationed there have their own private planes for their use. All right, here we go. Let's just go. All right, I am going to change something real quick. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Power management. Now, somebody suggested this. I need to have like a okay. There's got to be a way to. There's a way to make it where it's like a very small amount. We have a problem. Well, I guess we're not going to be able to do it, but I'm going to have to figure out a way to change that.
237 frequency change. Los Angeles Center Old Crow 237 is type tree miles southwest of China Lake, 4,600 feet. Request flight following.
Old Crow 237 Los Angeles Center. Squawk 6124.
Yeah.
Squawk 6124 Old Crow 237.
Old Crow 237 radar contact 6 miles southeast of Kilo India, Yankee Kilo 10,100 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
Roger, Old Crow 237.
Old Crow 237 contact Joshua approach on 133.65. Good day.
Going to 133.65 Old Crow 237. Joshua approach Old Crow 237 11,200 feet.
Old Crow 237 Joshua approach altimeter 29.902.
All right. So yeah, we are going to have a bit of fun now, folks.
Old Crow 237 contact Los Angeles Center on 132.3. Good day.
132.3 Old Crow 237. Los Angeles Center Old Crow 237 9,300 feet.
Old Crow 237 Los Angeles Center altimeter 29.902 continue as planned.
I don't want to climb. I want to try to level off a little bit, but I guess that's not going to happen.
237, contact Joshua, approach on 133.65.
Yeah. You're at on a little
133
bit
decimal
delay.
65 for Old Crow
I
237.
don't know what that means.
Joshua approach Old Crow 237, 12,600 feet.
Old Crow 237 Joshua approach altimeter 29.9 to continue as planned.
My add-on not very good. I still don't know what you mean by that.
Old Crow 237 contact Los Angeles Center on 132.3. Good day.
132.3 Old Crow 237.
I don't know, are you talking about my video
Los Angeles
streaming
Center, Old
or...
Crow 237, 9,400 feet.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Old Crow 237, Los Angeles Center, altimeter 29.9 continue as planned. Old Crow 237, contact Joshua, approach on 133.65. Good day.
133.65 Old Crow 237. Joshua approach Old Crow 237, 9,800 feet.
Old Crow 237 Joshua approach altimeter 29.9 to
I mean,
continue as
I
planned.
just work with what I have available to me. That's all.
Old Crow 237 contact Los
Just
Angeles
try to have some
Center
fun.
on 132.3. Good day.
132.3 for Old Crow 237.
And maybe
Los Angeles Center, Old Crow 237,
yeah, I don't know what he
9,400
means real Italian.
Old Crow 237, Los Angeles Center, altimeter 29.9 continue as planned.
So there is a slight delay on the stream that I cannot change. That's just part of the streaming way it streams, I think. So yeah, that's beyond my control. I try to make sure that it's, you know, everything is as close to real time as possible, but there are limitations as far as that goes. There's not much I can do about it. So I apologize if it bothers you, but I try to have it as good as possible. Yeah. But, you know, I don't always talk, you know, if there's things that I need to be aware of, you know, from the air traffic control, you know, I try to listen to that, you know, so I don't miss anything. Alright, let's go ahead and just light the afterburners here. There we go. Now we're getting some fun action with the plane. Now it's ready to...
Old Crow 237, contact Los Angeles Center on 127.1. Good day.
127.1 Old Crow 237. Los Angeles Center, Old Crow 237, 5,800 feet.
Old Crow 237, Los Angeles Center, altimeter 29.9.
Alright, here we go.
Old Crow 237, contact Los Angeles Center on 132.3. Good day.
Going to 132.3 Old Crow 237. Los Angeles Center Old Crow 237 6,700 feet.
Old Crow 237 Los Angeles Center altimeter 29.9 continue as planned. Old Crow 237 contact Los Angeles Center on 127.1.
So we're gonna, unfortunately, part of the problem is we're going to get bumped around between
127.1
different
for Old Crow 237.
centers
Los
while we're
Angeles
flying
Center
around
Old
having
Crow
a bit of fun.
5,400 feet.
Old Crow 237 Los Angeles Center altimeter
Well,
29.9 continue as
okay. The screen in there are what are you talking about? There are afterburners. There's your afterburner right there. I'm not sure what you're on about there. On, Ann. I'm sorry if I'm getting your name wrong. But yeah, there are afterburners right there. Look at that. Does it mean that it's 100% accurate? Well, there's limitations of the game, and the screen is fine. I don't know what you mean by that it's not reacting correctly. So, I'm using an Xbox controller. If you know, if I'm not, the things that I'm doing are, yeah, so. Well, because I'm inside. You can't see it if I'm inside, obviously. And even if I look back, you can't see anything because the seat's in the way. So, no, it's there. I prefer to fly inside because that's a bit more realistic when I'm flying through these mountains. If I fly outside, it looks more like I'm playing in an arcade. And then that's not very fun now, is it?
Old Crow 237 contact Los Angeles Center on 132.3. Good day.
132.3 for Old Crow 237. Los Angeles Center Old Crow 237 7,500 feet.
Old Crow 237 Los Angeles Center altimeter 29.9 continue as planned. Old Crow 237 contact Los Angeles Center on 124.625. Good day.
Going to 124.625 Old Crow 237. Los Angeles Center Old Crow 237 5,200 feet.
Old Crow 237 Los Angeles Center altimeter 29.9 continue as planned.
Well, I'm not sure what the word is that you're looking for either. I mean, there are afterburners. Now we'll turn them off. Okay. So oh, well, I mean, It's on the bottom of there of the screen. I mean, you should fly to my hometown in remote Western Australia. It has beautiful scenery. I did do a flight in Australia before there, Jocko. So yeah, I have flown in Australia. We did a flying tour actually in New Zealand as well. We found the so yeah, we will go back there eventually. So there's lots of places to fly. So yeah. To see the speed and altimeter. So yeah, it's just that, you know, the way this is, I mean, I can see it clearly. It's just that, you know, I'm looking into the sun as well, so it's a bit washed out in some areas. But, you know, that's just part of the limitations of the, you know, but that's why I have kind of a backup sort of view of what's happening. You know, on the bottom of my screen, I can see my speed and all that as well. But see, now it just got brighter. It's like an automatic thing. It gets brighter, and then it kind of dims down, you know, depending on what sort of scenery it is in the background, I think. So alright, we're gonna make towards... Ooh, let's note before we do that. I just found a neat place I want to fly through here real quick. Those two little view... Oh, well... Okay, thank you. I guess I'll take that as a compliment that you think I need to have more viewers on my channel. Thank you. I just hit over 100 subs last week, so I do appreciate everybody coming in and joining the channel. I don't really have any sub goal per se. Just try to have some fun. If you want to hang out and watch me fly, you're more than welcome to. Please don't spam, or no political commentary, no... Try to steer clear of all those things and just have some fun flying. Okay? We all have enough troubles in the world that we don't need to bring them into the chat. Just try to come in and forget about your worries for a little while, just have some fun, just sit back and relax and watch me fly. There we go. All right, so we are headed towards downtown Las Vegas here. Oh, 122. Wow. Okay. Well, thank you all. I greatly appreciate that. 122 people now have subbed to the channel. We were at 116, so we picked up a few more. Greatly appreciate that. Those of you who are new. So, during the week, we basically do a point-to-point flight I have pretty much the month of January already planned out for the flights. Those are all subject to change or maybe canceled due to appointments that I have. So otherwise we fly. I have literature, so I just watch for fun. Okay, well, that's perfectly fine. We'll be in the 747. We're going from Miami International down to Mexico City. Should be about a 3-hour flight. We'll start up the plane, back out from the gate, taxi out for our takeoff, and make our way to Mexico City. And then we'll wrap that up. Tuesday, we will be in the A320 going from Denpasar to Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, there we go. In Malaysia. So that's for sure what we have coming up the next few days. So we've got this month all planned out. I will start to begin to plan February's as we get closer to the end of January.
Contact Las Vegas, approach on 125.475. Good day.
Alright, so there is a marker. So that should set us up for our approach down Las Vegas Boulevard. So what we are getting ready to do is highly illegal. But we're going to have some fun because we can in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Gold Crow 237 Las Vegas approach. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Cleared through Bravo airspace, Old Crow 237.
Well, I try to fly in different parts of the world. I don't want to just fly, in the places that I know. I mean, that gets a little boring after a while, doesn't it? So I try to find some different places and all that so that we have a bit of fun and see different parts of the world and all that. So there we go. I think that's the best way to do it. All right, here we go, folks. Down the Las Vegas Boulevard. Of course, if we did this in real life, we would break all the windows in the casinos.
Old Crow 237, contact Las Vegas, approach on 125.025. Good day.
125.025 for Old Crow 237. Las Vegas approach Old Crow 237, 4,600 feet.
We're going to have to come back around again.
Old Crow 237 Las Vegas approach altimeter 29.9 continue as planned.
I wasn't lined up very well for that one. There's the Luxor Hotel right there, the pyramid. All right, let's try this again. Weren't lined up very well.
Old Crow 237, you're leaving my airspace. Resume on navigation. Contact Las Vegas approach on 125.475. Good day.
125.475 for Old Crow 237. Las Vegas approach Old Crow 237, 10,200 feet.
Old Crow 237 Las Vegas approach altimeter
here we go.
29.9 continue as planned.
Las Vegas approach Old Crow 237. Request clearance to transition.
There we go. Now we're set. Here we go, folks.
Old Crow 237 Las Vegas approach. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Let's see if we can make this through without crashing
Cleared through
into
Bravo
anything.
airspace, Old Crow 237.
Now, I do have a friend living in the area. We're flying roughly over his apartment right now. Hello, Cosby. I see you.
Nellis Tower, Old Crow, 2375 miles southwest, 4,500 feet to land.
Old Crow 237 Nellis Tower. Altimeter 29.9, 2 wind 259.
I'm not trying to land yet. There,
Runway
on.
03 left.
I'm just
Fly
having a
straight
bit of
in
fun.
runway 03,
Okay.
left Old Crow 237.
So we got our landing clearance there, even though we don't want it just
Old Crow
yet. But we're
23,
gonna
7 wind 25, 9 tree. Cleared to land runway 03 left.
make one more run down the
Cleared
strip,
to land
and
runway
then we'll
03,
get
left
ready
Old
to
Crow
land.
237.
But we're gonna have to really back off the power. So anyway, so yeah, we're just having a bit of fun. That's all. Nothing serious. Try to get one more run in down the strip. Let's see if we can do it one more time. There's the Raiders Stadium there that was just off to the left. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Oh, we just bounced. Wow, okay, at least we didn't crash completely. We just hit the ground and bounced right back up. Okay. All right, well, maybe that's a sign that we're done with the fun for today. That wasn't quite the run I was hoping for, but that's all right. Right, let's climb up a bit here and just get some altitude, and then we'll circle back around for our landing. Oops. All right. Come on, plane, settle down. Okay, so we got to get these throttles kind of back in line. There we go. All right, let's turn. Where is FAA? All right, so, and we're just having a bit of fun. I know that you're not supposed to do that, okay? Just having a bit of fun, okay? It's just a game. I know you're not supposed to do those things. I get that, and that's why I say I know what we're about to do is very illegal. We would get in a lot of trouble, but it's just a simulator. We're just having a bit of fun because we can. It doesn't hurt anybody, okay? I'm sure if a real fighter pilot did something like that, there would be a lot of damage and whatnot to the casinos, and the government would have to pay a lot of money. Okay, so we're just having fun. Okay, if that bothers you, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay, just having some fun. I know we like to do everything kind of seriously, but it gets a little boring after a while. So I just try to have a bit of fun, have a laugh. You know, there's no harm in it. Okay. Hello, Jan? Or Jan? Not sure which one it is, but hello. Alright, well, we're gonna try to put this thing on the ground, not crash it, but just land it. And then we'll wrap up the stream for today. Be back tomorrow in the 747. There's our pattern entry, so we'll just kind of keep making our turn there. And we'll go ahead and reduce our speed a little bit. Not even a little bit. We'll try to get that reduced so we can set up for the landing. Do appreciate everybody's come in today and took some time out of their day to sit back and relax and watch the flying, even though if you didn't quite enjoy what we do, it's perfectly fine. I don't expect everybody to just try to have a laugh, take a load off of things and just enjoy, so we don't think about all the other problems in our lives. That's what I try to do. Okay. Alright, this is not going very well. Oh, I gotta practice the landings with this plane. Not the best landing in the F-15 that I've ever had. Well, we made it. Yeah, I gotta practice with that one a little bit more. All right.
Turn next taxiway.
We'll just cruise on down here to the end of the runway. And then we'll park it, shut it down, and we'll be done. So as a matter of fact, we can go ahead and open that up.
All crew 237, turn next taxiway.
It's me, air traffic controller, first officer at. I'm doing well. As a 10-year student, we got to look out over students that get bullied and stuck.
All crew 237, turn next taxiway.
Okay. Wow, 19 likes. Wow, that is quite a bit. Thank you all. I appreciate that. No, I don't know that my flying today deserved such attention, but thank you. Alright, so we are going to turn here.
All crew 237, exit runway when able. All crew 237, contact ground on 121.8.
Going to 121.8 Old Crow 237. Nellis ground Old Crow 237 taxi to parking.
Old Crow 237 taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha.
Alright.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha Old Crow 237.
Oh, 20 likes now. Wow. Thank you all for that. Appreciate it. It might be the single most highest amount of likes I have received ever on any of my videos, so I do greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Alright, well, at least that was fun. If you didn't like it, well, I don't know what to tell you. Can't please everybody. We try to have a fun time when we fly. I can assure you of that. When my I guess you mean your electives, so that's good. That's a good thing that you're doing to try to help people. We'll be back tomorrow, 6:30 East Coast time, 11:30 UK time. So that is our flight time for tomorrow from Miami to Mexico City in the 747. Should be about a 3-hour flight, give or take. We'll have the weather on for that. So do join us for that. able to. If not, you can always catch it later on at your convenience. No, not our best parking job, but it'll have to do. There we go. Okay. All right, so there we are. I will see you all tomorrow. About 30-minute flight. That's not too bad for all. Sorry about that. I was trying to hit the mute when I was coughing. Anyway, that's going to be it for today, folks. I do appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out today for that half an hour or so. And I do appreciate all the thumbs up. That is just absolutely amazing. Thank you. 20 likes today. Thank you. You too, role play. Appreciate that. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday morning, afternoon, evening, early Monday morning, wherever the case may be in your part of the world. I will see you all tomorrow in the 747 Miami to Mexico City. Take care. Enjoy the rest of